Hi, Liam Ward here at LearnTheHarmonica.com. Grab a C harmonica. Today we're looking at some super fast, really cool licks on the harmonica. I've had a few requests to look at some fast licks like this, so I hope you're happy and enjoying this lesson if you requested it. I'm also working on a download series with a whole host of these. I might do maybe up to 50 licks we're going to look at in detail. But today we're looking at 3 of these licks, and they'll hopefully give you an idea of how to expand and create some of your own as well. So phrase A is this. And we've got 4 draw bend, 4 draw, 5 draw, and then 4 draw, 4 draw bend, 3 draw. This is a classic phrase to play on harmonica. It's a really bluesy, really cool sounding thing, and it obviously relies on that bend on hole 4 going up and then going down again. It's triplets, so it's 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. Now you should be able to play it plenty of times. I mean, I was starting to run out of breath then, but you should be able to play it quite a few times without needing to breathe, because you're not pulling all the notes in, you're just... I'm just gentle breath. If you're finding that difficult, look at my lesson on keeping your breath when playing the harmonica, because really you want to control your breathing. It's a common problem for harmonica players, and especially with these fast kind of licks. I should say that when you're learning these, you want to learn them really, really slowly, because if you're not familiar with the pattern of notes, there's no point trying to play... Well, that was a mess. There's no point trying to play it like that if you can't play. And even at a slow speed, you want to play it in time. So each of the notes holds the same space. Da 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 da. So really the idea of these licks is they're going to be played fast when you get them up to speed, but that doesn't mean the learning process is particularly quick. So take your time with these. I've played them fast so you can hear them, what they sound like full speed if you like, but really take your time with that. Let's look at phrase B now. This is really cool. It's a little bit of a Jason Ritchie style thing. Now I'm nothing like the player Jason Ritchie is, but this is in his style, and what I mean by that is that it's 16th notes, so that's 4 notes per beat, and it's around hole 4 and 5, so bend on 4, 4 draw and 5 draw, combinations of those notes. So it sounds something like this. If I speed that up. Okay. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Okay. And by the way, I should have said with the previous phrase, and it applies to all of these, you can repeat them over and over as long as you can hold your breath. So we've got a 4 draw bend, 4 draw, 5 draw, 4 draw. 5 draw, 4 draw, 4 draw bend, 4 draw, and then 5 draw, 4 draw, 4 draw bend, 4 draw. That's the same. 5 draw bend, 4 draw, 4 draw bend, 4 draw. That's the same. So it's just the first bit that's different. And then we've got that same thing 3 times. Now I've left a gap between them there, and it can be very useful to think of it as sets of 4 notes. And I've written the tab out as sets of 4 notes, because otherwise it's a long list of notes and what's going on there. With the previous phrase as well, you might want to think of them as sets of 3. But with this one, sets of 4, don't leave a gap in your playing between them though, because then you're going to have the problem of it not fitting the timing that we're aiming for. So even though you're thinking of it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, you can't leave a gap, because otherwise you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, oh, I've missed a beat, oh, I'm out of time, you know. So think of the tab like that and maybe practice them separately, but when you're actually playing the phrase, they all have to last the same time. And when you're getting this up to the speed, the idea again is each note lasts the same length, but there's 4 notes per beat. With the first phrase we had 3 notes per beat, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. With this one we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that would be phrase B. Really cool when you get that up to speed. Have a listen to Jason Ritchie, by the way. If you don't know Jason Ritchie, that's Jason and then R-I-C-C-I. He plays so many lovely phrases like this, 16th notes, all up and down the harmonica. Gorgeous stuff. Have a listen. So our final phrase today is phrase C, and it goes like this. Instead of being aimed around a certain area of the harmonica, this one descends the harmonica. So we've got okay. So we've got 6 blow, 5 draw, 4 draw, and then 5 draw, 4 draw, 4 blow, and then 4 draw, 4 blow, 3 draw semitone bend, 4 blow, 3 draw, 2 draw, and then we've got a 2 draw added on at the end there. So it's in sets of 3 notes, but that final note kind of finishes it off. If you didn't have that final note, you could maybe keep going with more triplets or go back up with triplets, but I quite like rounding it off. Da 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 da. If you didn't put it there, you could something like that. I mean, that was a bit messy, but you could carry on with the triplets, but for us we're putting one on the end there. So and this isn't kind of a loopable phrase, so you wouldn't repeat this over and over. Because we put that end note on there, it kind of finishes it off. But I think it's quite a nice length phrase. You can stick it in the middle of a line or at the end of a line, start of a line. So this one would be something like this. And then you might leave a few beats. When you're practicing it, you can practice it even slower. But when you're trying to get up to full speed, maybe even faster, again, the control over your breath is really going to help here. One advantage of this one over the others, in terms of your breath control at least, is that there's some blow notes. And of course, we're not looping it, so we don't have the same problem of trying to play it over and over again as well. I'm hoping to work out a download lesson with loads of these that we can really look at in detail. I'll put a link to that when it's available. Until then, enjoy playing these, and I'm going to be back soon with another lesson. I take requests, so please put comments beneath the video. You can also email contact@LearnTheHarmonica.com, and I'd love it if you found me on Facebook and Twitter as well. We've got a great community there of players and learners discussing all sort of harmonica topics as well. Until then, enjoy your playing and I'll see you again soon. Cheers.